everybody, it's Graeme from Frontenac Cycle here with another video. Today we're going to be talking about what it looks like when your kid grows out of a size of bicycle. Oftentimes, kids grow faster than others, so age isn't always the best indicator. It's good to know these little tips and tricks to see what it looks like when a kid has grown out of a bike. So first off, we're going to be looking at a rider who is now 6 years old. She's moving on from a 16-inch wheeled bike up to a 20-inch. So let's take a look at what it looks like when she's riding a bike that's too small for her. So here we have the rider on a 16-inch wheel bike that's too small for her. As you can see, when her leg is at the top of the pedal stroke, her knee is almost hitting the arm. If the arm was right over the knee, it probably would be hitting. Also, the seat post is extended all the way out to its maximum extension, and at the bottom of the pedal stroke, you can see that she still has a little bit too much of a bend in her knee. In addition to the leg and the knee position being out of whack, you can also see that the arm and the elbow are too close to the body, and so that's affecting her turning radius. So moving on from a 16-inch wheel going up to a 20-inch, there is actually also an 18-inch wheel in between those sizes, but a 20-inch is much more popular and generally a better bike for people to grow into. So moving up to the 20-inch, we'll see the changes that are made and how that affects her riding position. Okay, so now the rider has moved on from the 16-inch and up to the 20-inch bike, and as you can see here, with the proper seat height set now, the knee comes, the leg is extended at the bottom of the pedal stroke, so she has a more comfortable pedal stroke. And then at the top of the pedal stroke, you can see that there's a much bigger gap between where her knee arrives and where her arm sits. And so that's going to make for a much more comfortable pedaling position, and overall over a long distance a much more efficient pedaling position. Also, you can see that the arms are extended out now a little bit more, which is going to give her a better turning radius. It's also going to give her a little bit more control when she runs over bumps. Moving up from a 16-inch to a 20-inch, the big thing is going from a cramped position that affects your steering to a more relaxed position that's going to give you better handling and better control, as well as a better pedaling efficiency. All right, so here we have the older sibling who is not quite grown out of the 20-inch wheel, moving on to the 24-inch wheel. The younger sibling has grown out of the 16, so she needs to move up, and so subsequently the older sibling will go up to the 24-inch. So here we have her riding on the 20-inch. And as you can see, the position looks okay. The seat post is at its max extension, and she does need it a little bit higher. And so what you can see is the body looks a little bit scrunched and a little bit hunched over the bars more than it would on a proper fitting bike. And if we pedal a little bit forward here, you can see that the knees are not quite hitting the handle, not quite hitting the arms, but again, it does look a little scrunched when the leg comes up. The position of the knee next to the body does look a little bit scrunched. If you have a kid in this situation and they are not looking to go up to a bigger size yet, maybe you can't afford it, or just not ready to switch sizes yet, some of the things you can do to make a smaller fitting bike fit bigger: you can buy a longer seat post to help give you a little bit more extension, as well as a longer stem that will also give you a little bit more extension. Now, as you play with those adjustments, it does throw off the handling of the bike a little bit, but we would never change it so much that it was uncomfortable or difficult to ride. So those are some minor changes you can make to get a smaller bike to fit a little bit longer. So now she's on the 24-inch wheeled bike. As you can see, she's upright more. Her head is upright and looking at traffic a little bit better, so that's a safer position to be riding in. One of the adjustments that I think still maybe needs to be made is the handlebars to be cut down a little bit, to narrow the bars a tiny bit. You don't want to have your arms out too wide. But as you can see, as she's pedaling, the knee is nowhere near her chest or her arms, so that's giving her better pedaling efficiency, getting good extension out of the leg. I think in this video she could maybe have the seat up a tiny bit more, but getting used to a bigger size, it's okay to have that seat a little bit lower until you get used to it and raise it up a little bit each time you go out riding. So that's the big difference between a bike that fits and a bike that doesn't. A bike that is too small is going to look scrunched up. The arms and the legs are going to be close to the body. A bike that fits better is going to be a little bit further away and give you better steering and handling and overall control of the bicycle. I hope this video was helpful, and if you have any other questions about sizing or getting your kids on the right size bike, please leave a comment below in the comment section and we'll try and get back to you. Thank you.